And welcome back to the Discount Motors pregame show. And joining me now, head coach Zach Rubisam. Zach, been kind of a magical week here for you so far.
Yeah, no, awesome week for our guys. Awesome experience. You know, we won a rock fight on Thursday night. Had a great day yesterday up in Boulder. Scouting report, practice, Champion Center, the whole 9 yards. So it was an awesome day.
Well, Thursday, I'll tell you, I mean, it was a struggle in the first half, but you guys came out in the second half. And I even told the listeners at halftime, I said, one of these teams is going to ignite, and it was the Thunderwolves. You did it with defense, and it ignited your offense.
Yeah, no question. Like I said, rock fight. You know, it was a slugfest February basketball. Proud of our guys for their toughness, their mentality to keep playing through that. And, you know, we don't care how it happens. If it's winning ugly, we're going to keep trying to win ugly.
Well, we'll take an ugly win here at Mines, and you got to feel like today, I think probably a little bit more pretty basketball. I would think both teams, I think they're probably going to be primed to play a little bit better. You guys had a good matchup the first game, although the first game was your ultimate rock fight as well. Yeah. What's going to give, I guess?
What's going to give? They have a heck of a player down low in Romack. We're going to have our hands full with him, and then they have a bunch of shooters around him. So we're going to have to be on our P's and Q's defensively, but we're going to have our opportunities offensively. You know, we're just got to keep moving the ball, keep playing how we play, and we'll see what happens.
Well, that's kind of one of your typical games this year because you got off maybe a little bit of a slow start, but then you went on like an 18-0 run. You had time to get into the game. They made a little run at you, but in the second half, your defense down the stretch was the difference. Got a big shot from Real as well.
It was. And I mean, it's always nice playing in your home gym. You guys can hear the band now. It's going to be a good environment. I think it's Alumni Day for Mines, and you know, they got a proud tradition. Coach Orster's been here for 25 years, so they're going to be ready to go. And, you know, we watched a video of Kara Lawson today just talking about urgency. And in life and in basketball, usually the most urgent person wins. So they're urgent to try to improve their seed and qualify for the tournament. We're urgent because we want to keep this thing going and hopefully get a home game.
I'm going to say both teams have a lot to play for. They need to get in. But you guys, yeah, you can look at the standings. I know it's just one game ahead of you, but one leads to another. There's some magical things that can still happen this year.
I mean, anything can happen. And we talked about that with our guys. Like, just be where your feet are, right? Like, and we said that at CU. Like, look where you're practicing, but be where your feet are. It's just one game at a time. And this is where it gets fun when you're just in the moment, you're present, and you're playing for each other.
I need some speeches from you in my golf game.
Hey, man.
After a couple of bogeys.
Hey, YouTube, they got them all on there. All right. Good luck today. Thanks. Appreciate it, Jim.
Thunderwolves head coach Zach Rubisam back with our starting lineups. Opening tip-off all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome to Lockridge Arena for today's Thunderwolves basketball game against Colorado School of Mines. Do the starting lineups for today's ball game. Got to get our light ready here because they're going to turn the lights out here when they do the Ore Diggers Ball Club. So we got to be able to see when they dim the lights. Thunderwolves will start this way. It'll be Sam Howery, 6'1" senior out of Colorado Springs, went to St. Mary's High School. 4 points, 2 rebounds a game, averages 4 assists a game. Mac Terry, 6'4" sophomore out of Castle Pines, went to Rock Canyon High School. 6 points, 2.5 rebounds, 4 assists a game for the Thunderwolves. Dylan Sanders, 6'4" junior out of Aurora, Colorado, went to the Aurora, Colorado Preparatory Academy. 11 points, 4 rebounds a game. Kyron Allen, 6'7" junior out of Commerce City, went to Eagle Ridge Academy. 7 points, 5 rebounds a game. Leading scorer for the Thunderwolves is Jordan Blair, 6'6" sophomore out of Keller, Texas, 14 points, 7 rebounds a game. Zach Rubisam in his rookie campaign is the head coach for the Thunderwolves. For Colorado Mines, they'll go this way. It'll be Trent Minter, 6'7" freshman out of Seal Beach, California, 6 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Kellen Johnson, 6'5" freshman out of Medina, Ohio, 7.5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. Shelton Hinton, 6'5" freshman out of Bellevue, Washington, 10.5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. Jonathan Moore, 6'7" junior out of Lithia, Florida, 12 points, 6 rebounds a game. And their leading scorer, their best player by far, Alex Romack, 6'6" junior out of Westfield, Indiana, 14.5 points, 10 rebounds a game, had 23 points against the Thunderwolves in the first matchup this year. Game the Thunderwolves won 64-55. One of the big early season victories this season for the Thunderwolves was against this Ore Digger Ball Club. That's when you knew the Thunderwolves were real. That night when they took care of the Orediggers. Thunderbolts in their road red, blue numerals, white trim. Mines in their home grays, blue numerals, white trim. Orediggers control the tap. They move it left to right as we look at it courtside here at Lockridge Arena. Thunderbolts come out in their customary man-to-man defense right up in their grill. Ball up top, Moore onto the right side. Work the ball around the perimeter. Johnson on the left side, handed off to Minter. Now play pick and roll with Romack. He's double teamed, ball knocked away. Romack able to save it. Shot clock at 10. Hinton now way outside, lobs it to Romack. Quick spin move to the baseline, goes up and under. Shot blocked by Kyron Allen. Out of bounds, shot clock at 3. Good help defense there by Allen. It'll be Minter to trigger it in on the baseline for the Orediggers. Lob it inside. They throw it up at the rim. No good. Ball batted out of bounds. Last touched by the Orediggers, they say. I thought it went off of, looked like it went off of Terry's hand out of bounds, but they give it to the Thunderbolts. So one for the good guys. And the ball inbounded to Sanders. Mines comes with some full court pressure as Johnson picks up Sanders in the backcourt. Sanders gets it across the timeline, hands it off to Terry. Terry way out at the center circle there, picked up there by Minter in the man-to-man defense. Now to Sanders, up top to Allen. Run the weave game here around the perimeter. Up top, here's Terry moving in. He'll launch the jumper, missed it. And ball batted out of bounds, last touch by Kyron Allen. It belonged to the Orediggers. So each team with kind of an indifferent possession on offense to start the game. We've played a minute, no score. Here's Minter with it, brings it across the timeline for Mines. He's at the top of the key, onto the left side. And the ball, work the ball around the perimeter. Here's a drive of the baseline by Hinton. He's cut off nicely by Sanders. Down to the baseline, quick spin move, nothing there for Minter. He's in a trap. He's in trouble. Gets rid of it, hands it off. A little flip up by Moore is good. Good defense by the Thunderbolts, but Moore able to get free just enough to get a little hook shot in. Ball inbounded to Sanders. Now to Terry.
44.
Terry will get it across the timeline for the Thunderbolts. On to the right side to Howery. Now to Sanders. Sanders picked up there by Johnson. Each team playing hard man-to-man defense to start, just a little bit too hard this time by Kellen Johnson. Throwing a body block that time into Sanders. Picks up the foul.
Hey, line up the horns 5. Horns 5.
Pryor Orser, first chance to voice his disagreement with the call. Ball inbounded to Terry.
Horns 5.
Terry way outside with it.
Roll, Kai, roll.
Up top, Blair fakes. He drives in, takes it right at Romack. Shot blocked along the baseline, saved, and out of bounds off the Thunderwolves.
Why'd you try to bat it?
Ball inbounded to Minter. Minter will bring it across the timeline for the Orediggers. High post to Moore. Looks for a curl, goes to Romack. Romack is double teamed. They come outside with it. That looked like a travel. Ball on the right side. Romack always wants to get downhill. Up top to Minter. Onto the right side to Moore. Down low to Romack. Here comes the double team. He dribbles out of it. 5 on the shot clock. Wild left-hand shot, no good, but the Thunderbolts fouled him to bail him out. I think it's going to be on Howery. Yep. It was good defense for 26 seconds till the foul call. So a couple free throws for Trent Minter. 79% on the year, 33 of 42. They are 70% as a team, as are the Thunderbolts. They average 15 makes a game. Free throws up and good. Remember the first game this year, Mines got off to a 6-0 lead, and then the Thunderbolts scored 18 straight. Second free throw, no good. Blair with the rebound. So 1 out of 2 for Minter. 3-0, Mines on top. Here's Terry with it. Gets rid of it to Blair on the left side to Sanders. Sanders drives into the paint, down the lane, up and under, goes up with the right-hand hook, missed it. Good defense there by Romack. Outlet pass ahead. Here is Romack on the left wing. Doesn't take the shot. Gets rid of it to Minter. Minter cut off by Blair. Up top to Johnson. Lob it down low and a little layup up. No good. They missed it. Rebound loose. Thunderbolts have it. Howery with it. Gets the outlet pass to Terry. Terry ahead to Howery. Howery on the fly. Stop and go. Move cut off. Goes outside to Terry. Terry. Right side to Blair. Nothing easy so far in this game, that's for sure. Here's Howery. Left side. Terry fakes into the paint. Hands it off. And Allen banks it in. Kyron Allen, a little left-hand flip off the glass. Thunderbolts' first bucket of the game comes 16:39 to go here in the first half. 3-2, Orediggers on top. Here's Johnson. Hands it off to Romack. Romack, most likely first-team All-RMAC performer. At least he is in my book. Feeds it outside to Moore. Moore drives into the paint. Cut off. Goes up with a right-hand hook anyway. Missed it. They get the rebound. Moore again goes up and this time spins it in. Moore has all the field goals for the Orediggers. 5-2. Ball inbounded to Howery. Howery gets rid of it to Terry. Now the defense will relax a little bit. They settle into a man-to-man defense. Terry into the corner to Sanders. Top to Blair. Blair right side to Howery. Howery working around the screen into the paint, into the corner. Open three on the way is up and good. Mac Terry ties the game up at 5 apiece. Good offensive set that time by the Thunderwolves. Ball on the right side. Minter with it. Gets rid of it up top to Johnson. Johnson starts a drive. Spins into the paint. Trying to take Howery in. Gets it into the corner. Faking. Driving the baseline is Moore. Goes up. Shot blocked by Allen. Ball hit the side of the backboard and goes out of bounds. I thought they were going to call a foul. I go, no way. But the shot was blocked by Allen. Goes out of bounds. Belongs to the Orediggers. Timeout on the court. 15:23 to go here in the first half. Another rock fight on hand for the Thunderbolts. 5-5 our score on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
Welcome back to Golden. Bryce Reel and Jaden Kinnischtzke into the game for the first time for the Thunderbolts, along with Corbin Garver. Mines ball. 10 on the shot clock. Lob it down on the block. New man in the ball game, Derek Lamb. Handed off. Here's a jumper on the baseline by Lehman. No good. Rebound batted out of bounds. Belongs to Thunderbolts. Good defense, or good position, I should say, by Garver there on the rebound. End up being batted out of bounds. They'll probably call it a team rebound, but I'd give it to Garver because I'm that way. Ball inbounded to Terry. Nobody does an audit after the game. They just make sure the number's balanced. Here's Terry up top. Hands it off to Reel. Reel kills the dribble, gets rid of it to Kinnischtzke. Thunderbolts a chance for their first lead of the day here on this trip. Allen at the top of the key, hands it off to Garver. Garver probing, goes right side to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke drives it in the paint, running left-hander up and good. Nice move there. Jaden Kinnischtzke, he's fearless. And the Thunderbolts lead at 7-5. Ball on the left wing. And some new bodies into the game for the Orediggers here as well. Here's a drive into the paint is Braden Jacob. Driving to the free throw line, comes outside, three-pointer on the way is good. By the aforementioned Braden Jacob, comes off the bench and makes his presence felt, hits the three-pointer. He has 27 three-pointers on the year now, and they steal it on, they throw it away though. They steal the ball in the forecourt and then threw it away on the fast break opportunity. So each team with the turnover. First turnovers of the game for each team. Come on, back-to-back plays. Inbounds to Terry. Terry being worked on by Jacob in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Reel, and Reel will bring it across the timeline. Reel out around the center circle. Hands the ball off to Terry. Terry gives it off to Garver. Garver now to Kinnischtzke. To Allen. Shot clock at 8. Allen backs his way into the paint. Stops. Gets it outside to Reel. Reel to Allen in the paint. Little left hand flip up and in. Allen was ready and promptly got it up off the iron and in. 9-8. Thunderbolts by 1. More of the defensive intensity is amazing. Corbin Garver makes the steal out front. Ties up the Orediggers. Thunderwolves ball on the alternating possession. Good hands there by Corbin Garver as he stripped it away. from Morosic. And Morosic able to reach back in. Yes, he actually pronounces it Moracek. Out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Here's Terry with it. Thunderwolves lead at 9-8. First possession with the lead in the game. Here's Reel. Bounce pass to Allen. Gives it off to Reel. Down the lane. Running right-hander. Left it short. He was in uncharted territory. Ball comes outside, though, to Terry. Thunderwolves on the reset here. Terry, top of the key. Down the lane he goes. And now angles out toward the wing. Comes up top to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke will drive in. Goes all the way to the hoop. Running left-hander. Left it short. And the rebound to the Orediggers. Here comes Romack. Into the corner. Looked like a travel there by Moore trying to get position for the three. They never call that, though. Ball outside to Moore. Left side to Johnson. Down on the baseline to Romack. Up top to Hinton. Hinton drives in. He's cut off. Here's a double team. They get the ball in the corner. Now they come out top. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Jonathan Moore late in the shot clock. He has 7 points already. 41 three-pointers on the year. I guess he's no stranger to firing it in from there. Nice to have a big guy like that can fire home threes. Here's Reel across the timeline. 11-9, Orediggers with the lead. Reel hands it off to Terry. Terry works around the screen. Ball poked away, and they have a steal, and they have a breakout. Here's Minter down the lane, and he stuffs it home with two hands. 13-9. Orediggers with their biggest lead of the early going here. Here's Reel. Reel gets it across the timeline to the top of the key. Hands it off to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke to the baseline. Shot block. That's goaltending. Goaltending on Jonathan Moore. The basket will be good for Mac Terry. We got a timeout on the court. 11:42 to go here in the first half. Hard-nosed basketball here today in the RMAC. Mines leads at 13-11. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
And welcome back to Golden. Orediggers lead it 13-11. They have the ball. Here's Romack. Thunderwolves have kept him under control so far. And the ball off. Here's Johnson, top of the key. Goes down right side to Minter. Minter gives it off to Johnson. Drives in, takes it into the paint. Goes up with the right hand and missed it. And the rebound to Allen. That's the outlet pass to Howery. And Howery gets it ahead to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke bumped outside, gives it to Allen.
45!
To Howery. Howery drives down the lane. Little teardrop up and in. Sam Howery's first bucket of the game. 13-13 our score. Here's Romack. Hands the ball off. That's an illegal screen, I believe. Foul called on Bryce Reel. Reel trying to fight through the screen set by Romack, ticketed with the foul. Ball inbounded to Minter. Minter gets rid of it to Romack. Romack hands it off to Johnson. Well, this defense is relentless. They go to Romack. Here's a double team. They got him in trouble, and he threw it away. Stolen away by Kinnischtzke. That all a result of the double team. They blitzed him on the baseline and caused problems. Here goes Kinnischtzke. Down the lane, goes up. No call, missed the layup. Beat it ahead to Romack. Romack down the lane, fakes, goes up in the paint, and hits. Romack's first bucket of the game. It's 15-13 Orediggers. Sanders will bring it across the timeline, gives it off to Howery. Right side to Sanders. Sanders now to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke holds it there, gets rid of it to Allen. Allen turns, faces, left side to Blair. Blair works around a screen, pick and roll with Allen with the ball knocked away. It's loose on the deck. Foul on Kinnischtzke as he went diving for the ball there. That's his first. Fourth team foul on the Thunderwolves. Third team foul on the Thunderwolves, excuse me. Third team foul. Ball on the right side. They come up top with it. This is William Cordonier. Pulls up, free throw line jumper, short. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by Kennis.
Keep boxing out. We'll keep boxing out.
Inbound pass into the corner. Crossover move, drive to the baseline, spin move, shot up short, and rebound to Howery. Howery across the timeline on the right wing. Up top to Sanders. Sanders into the corner to Blair. Blair. Man, look at the hand checking and the wrestling going on out here. I mean, they're just letting them get away with murder out here. They're not calling it on either team, though. Here's Howery. Gets rid of it to Kennis. Kennis, shot clock at 8, steps back, fires, free throw line jumper, good it. Gonna have to hit tough shots in this game all afternoon long. You get the feeling it's 15-15. Ball on the left side. This is Lehman with it, drives the baseline. He forces it up, no good. Rebound to the Thunderwolves. Blair with it, brings it across the timeline. Right side to Sanders to Blair. Blair now to Kennis. Kennis into the paint. Cut off, goes outside. Sanders open, three-pointer on the way. Missed it, shot an air ball. That was his first look of the day. He comes up feeling his right finger like he dislocated his finger or something. Now he's feeling at his elbow. Something went awry there. He's shaking his arm like he's got a stinger or something in his elbow. Not sure what happened on that shot. Very rarely see Sanders miss that badly. Ball at the free throw line. Cordonier with it. Outside. Lehman, left side. Cordonier goes down low, and the ball knocked away and stolen by the Thunderwolves. Body's just hitting the deck every possession. Here's Blair in from the right, underneath the hoop. He's got the ball ripped away and stolen by Cordonier. Across the timeline comes Will, redshirt freshman out of Findlay, Ohio. They go down on the block. Here's Lamb into the corner, can't get the shot off. Drive to the baseline, shot on the way, no good. Rebound loose. Howery has it. They are not bailing out anybody in this game on either side. You have got to be strong with the ball. That is for darn sure. Howery on the right side to Sanders. Sanders hounded out to the center circle. Got to be careful there. Don't throw the elbow. Give it off to Reel. Shot clock already down to 12 here. Nothing happening. Go to Ty Adam. Right side to Howery. Howery works around the screen. Down the lane, goes outside. JB fakes the three into the paint. Has the ball stripped away. Comes up with it outside. Three-pointer up. No good by Howery. Had to force it up as the shot clock expired. And the rebound to Derek Lamb. And that's a travel they don't call out top. My goodness. Here's Cordonier in the paint. Nice bounce pass. Shot up and no good. They get the rebound, though, into the corner. Mines has it. Reset of the shot clock. Up top to Cordonier. Lobs it into the corner. Lehman drives baseline. He's cut off into the corner. Three-pointer on the way. It's way off the mark. And the rebound to Sanders. Sanders one-on-one. The other way. In from the right. Down the lane. Scoops it up. Missed it. And the ball batted out of bounds. Last touched by the Thunderwolves. Ty Adam. Timeout on the court. 6:45 to go here in the first half. We're tied up at 15 apiece on Fox Sports Pueblo. Free throw up, no good. Make no mistake about it. In golf terms, we call it the yips. That's what Corbin Garver has at the free throw line right now. He has got the yips. Second toss. Got that one to rattle home. Thunderwolves back out on top, 16-15. Here's Minter on the right wing. Bounce pass to the baseline to Henton. Henton cut off. Look out, look out. Knocked away by Kennis. Might need to get a new hard drive, a new computer on order just in case. Wow. Relentless pressure on the defense here. Here's Johnson. Up top to Moore. Bounce pass down to the block to Minter. Turns, fires in the corner. Open three. That's a rarity, and it's good. It's rare that you get open for a three, and finally Hinton buries one for the Ore Diggers. It's 18-16. Here's Kinnischtzke. Gets it across the timeline, hands it off to Terry. Terry, top of the key. Hesitation move into the corner to Garver. Lobs it up top to Howery. Howery moves in. Spin move into the paint. Little teardrop up, no good, way off the mark. But there's Garver with another offensive rebound, but he turned and threw it away to Hinton. Hands it off now to Minter. Minter ahead to Romack. Spin move into the paint. Goes up and hits. 20-16. Ore Diggers with the last 5 of the game here. 4-point lead feels like 20. Here's Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke drives into the paint. Running right-hander. Up and in. Jaden Kinnischtzke makes it 20-18. And the Ore Diggers with it. They hand it off outside. Up top to Moore. Work the ball around the perimeter. Hinton with it. Has the ball knocked away and stolen by the Thunderwolves. Ahead to Terry. Terry across the timeline. Left side to Kinnischtzke. Thought about the three. Doesn't take it. Looks for the screen. Into the corner, wide open. Terry for three. It's on the way. Got it. Mac Terry with his second three of the first half. Thunderwolves respond with 5 in a row of their own. They lead it 21-20. Ball on the right side. Here's Johnson. Gives it off to Moore. Moore's double team. In trouble. Gets rid of it to Romack. Romack goes behind the back. Dribbles into the paint. Pulls up and missed it. Left it short. Rebound loose, and the Ore Diggers come up with it. Three-pointer forced by Johnson's good. 23-21. Thunderwolves down 2. 2:45 to go here in the first half. Kinnischtzke at the center circle here, being hounded there by Johnson. Johnson playing with 2 fouls. Briar Orser electing to keep him in there. Here's the drive of the baseline. Dish off to Terry, can't get the shot off, gets it outside, up top to Kinnischtzke, 8 on the shot clock. Kinnischtzke drives in, goes up with the left hand and hits. Jaden Kinnischtzke has 8. He's been the strongest player on the court so far for the Thunderwolves. He has 8. Terry also with 8 from the outside. We're in a tie ball game. Here's Minter with it on the wing, drives the baseline, cut off beautifully there by Allen. Defense is relentless on both teams here in this game. Ball on the right side. Romack with it. Turns, faces. Goes up top to Johnson. Johnson cut off. Gets rid of it to Moore. Left side long range threes up and good. You guys got to tip your cap that time to Minter as he buries one from way outside. It's 26-23. Here's Terry into the paint. Hands it off to Garver. Down the lane. Goes up. Shot blocked, but he was fouled. Boy, that was a long stretch without a whistle. We finally get to our media timeout with 1:36 to go in the first half. Free throws for Garver when we come back. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
26-23, Ore Diggers with the lead. Corbin Garver at the line to shoot a pair. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Corbin on the year, 57%. 14 of 25 on the update. He threw up, and he got the roll that time. We'll have one more. Swish. 26-25, and Corbin will come out of the ball game. Good little stint there. Sanders back in. Reel is into the game now for the Thunderwolves as well. Blair back in too after an extended rest. Ball knocked away and stolen by the Thunderwolves. Reel running down the lane, has the ball stripped away, but it comes right to Allen. Allen, he drives in. Goes up, tried to get it off to Blair underneath the basket. He's in trouble. He's surrounded and he's tied up. Jump ball. And it'll belong to the Ore Diggers on the alternating possession. Here's the Ore Diggers with the ball. Up top. Braden Jacob, he's cut off. Goes to the baseline to Lehman. Lehman cross-court feed left side. Nothing happening here. Morosic fakes, goes up and missed the banker. Follow attempt is up and in by Derek Lamb. Offensive rebounds have been a problem so far in this first half. Thunderbolts given up a few. That is 8 offensive rebounds now for the Ore Diggers. Thunderbolts have just 2. Timeout on the court. We're going to get one out of the way here. 28-25 Ore Diggers on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
Nothing's easy. Never is in this place. Thunderbolts down 28-25. Sanders to triggered in on the sideline. Gets it into Allen. Allen hands it off to Terry. Shot clock's at 18. Here's Blair. Left side to Kennis. Down on the block to Blair. Goes up top to Sanders. He drives in the lane, goes up and under. Tried to draw contact there, didn't get a call. You're not going to get any calls in this game. Except on that variety, on trying to steal a rebound, the foul on Sanders. That's his first. 4th team foul on the Thunderwolves. Neither team going to make it to the bonus here, and now mine's going to take their bonus timeout. So we'll go ahead and thank some of our other sponsors here tonight. Well, Craig Law sponsoring our keys to victory in each and every ball game. What he would say in this game is you got to be strong. You got to be strong with the basketball. Because you're not going to get any calls. You've got to go in with a determination to get the ball up off the glass and in. Thunderbolts basketball also brought to you by Prigmore Alignment. Over there on Prairie, Rick Prigmore, certified nicest guy in town. Got 4 wheels, a little crooked down the road. Get it in there to Prigmore's and they'll get you straightened out. Remember, never buy a new set of tires without getting your car aligned. We'll take care of that for you. All injury timeouts today brought to you by Longevity Chiropractic. My personal chiropractor is Derek Stickler. His wife, Krista, built quite a business out there on the St. Charles Mesa. Not the usual chiropractic visit when you go in, they crack your back and kiss you off and say, get out of here. They try to figure out what's ailing you and figure out what's going on. And the Ore Diggers are careless on the inbounds pass. They throw it away. Well, they called a timeout to do that, and Pryor Horse's head just turned another shade of purple. It's a little darker now. So now the Thunderwolves a chance with the shot clock off. Ball inbounded to Terry. Down to 12 seconds ago. Probably try to get it to Blair here eventually. Terry hands it off to Reel. He forces the three-pointer up. No good. I don't know why he took it that quick. Till 2 seconds ago. Three-quarter court three. No good at the buzzer. I think Bryce Reel panicked that time. Launched that shot before he had to. It's halftime from Lockridge Arena. The Ore Diggers lead at 28-25. Petco halftime report comes your way next. This is Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
And welcome back to Lockridge Arena here in Golden, Colorado, campus of Colorado School of Mines. Thunderwolves trail it here at halftime, 28-25. It has been a slugfest, to say the least. So we've gone back and forth in this game. We've already had 8 lead changes. The game's been tied on 4 different occasions. Biggest lead for Mines was 4. Biggest lead for the Thunderwolves was 2. I guess if any advantage, I guess say Mines has had the lead for 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Thunderwolves only for 2:22. That means the other 7 minutes and 20 seconds it's been tied. 8 points for Mac Terry, 8 points for Jaden Kennis to lead the way for the Thunderwolves. Moore with 7. Minter with 6. Romack has been held to 4. Thunderwolves 10 of 23, 2 of 7 from downtown. Difference in the game, Mines is 11 for 29. That's not such a big difference, but 5 of 7 behind the arc. So 3 extra 3-pointers over the Thunderwolves. They're also out rebounding the pack 19 to 13. All right. Halftime score 28-25 in favor of Mines. This is the Petco Halftime Report on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
And welcome back to Lockridge Arena. Thunderwolves trailing it here 28-25 at halftime. See if they can get things going here offensively here in the second half. Terry with 8, Kennis with 8 to lead the way for the Thunderwolves. 7 points for Moore to lead the way for Mines. Second half comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
And welcome back to Golden. Thunderwolves get the ball first to start the second half. They'll move it left to right as we look at it. We sit courtside here at Lockridge Arena, right next to the Thunderwolves bench along the scorer's table. Ball inbounded to Terry. Goes right side to Sanders. Sanders held scoreless in the first half for the Thunderwolves. Just not a lot of room to operate in this game. Here's Blair, and he's fouled down the lane. Blair also held scoreless in the first half. He got waxed on this play, and now he comes up a little lame with his left leg limping a bit. Foul called on Jonathan Moore. That is his second. So it'll be Thunderwolves ball on the baseline. Terry to inbound it. Lobs it into Blair. Out at the top to keep Blair trying to get going. Gets down the lane. Goes up. Shot block foul on Romack. Romack can't believe it. And Pryor Orser says, no way. The way the first half went, that's kind of unusual to get that call, but Thunderwolves get 2 right off the bat. Free throw up and good by Blair. That's half the foul count already for Mines ahead in the entire first half. Both free throws good for Blair. 28-27. 1 point lead for the bad guys. Minter with it onto the right side to Moore. Moore has the ball poked free, regains it, and a touch foul called on Jordan Blair. All right, I guess the officials went into the locker room and said, you know what? We better blow some whistles. We're working on commission here. So now you just have to adjust to it. Rodriguez with the ball. Here's Johnson with it. Johnson goes crossover. He drives into the paint, into the corner of Romack. Romack backing his way in. Jump stop into the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Minters off the back iron. No good. Rebound saved on the baseline by Terry. Good hustle there. Here come the Thunderwolves for the lead on this trip. Ball up top to Blair. Blair works around a screen. Down the lane he goes. Feeds it outside. Here's the three-pointer on the way. Swish! Mac Terry from downtown, and the Thunderwolves off to a hot start to the second half. Lead at 30-28. On the right side, here's Hinton with it. Just hands it off. That's about all he could do. Minter had to come out and grab it. Now to Hinton. He moves in. Can't get the shot off. Here's a spin move on the baseline. Right into a double team. Lost it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Kyron Allen. Well, the Thunderwolves' help defense on the baseline is a thing of beauty. So many teams you see just spin and dribble right into a double team. Ball inbounded on the baseline to Moore. He goes up, doesn't take the shot, and then threw it away. Moore looked like he had a chance just to bank that in. Instead, must have been too far underneath the basket. Tried to pass it into the corner and threw it away. He gets hooked out of the ball game. The Thunderwolves can keep it going here. Their biggest lead of the game has been 2. And they get it inbounded to Terry. Terry races it into the forecourt. Little stop and go move. Now he's cut off. Gets rid of it outside to Sanders. Now to Howery. Howery directing traffic. Goes right side to Terry. Terry left side to Blair. Blair to Allen. Allen hands it off. Sanders. Sanders driving in, works around the screen. Shot clock at 8. Sanders into the corner to Howery. Howery moves in, pulls up a little 15-footer up and good. Sam Howery. He knows his limitations, but better than that, he knows his strengths. 32-28. Thunderwolves by 4, their biggest lead of the game. Ball on the right side. Here's Marachik driving into the paint. Looked like he traveled, got rid of it in the corner. Three-pointer hits the side of the backboard, and the rebound to Kyron Allen. Hands it off to Sanders. Sanders on the right wing, up top to Terry. Now to Howery. Howery holding it there, works around the screen, into the paint, cut off, gets outside. Blair, hits Jordan Blair's first field goal of the game. Timeout, Orediggers. Thunderwolves with 9 straight to start the second half, and they lead it 34-28 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
The Thunderwolves have come out here in the second half and hitting the Orediggers with a haymaker here. 9 in a row, and they lead it 34-28. Here's Minter. Pressure in the backcourt. Got him in a spot of bother. Now they finally get it across the timeline. Here's Hinton with it, out around the timeline. Center circle. Now hands the ball off to Minter. Shot clock already down to 14. That's what that press does for you. Ball fed to Romack, down on the block. Puts a shoulder into Terry. And he traveled with it. No call, and then flips it in. My goodness. That's a travel every day of the week on Romack. They don't call it. He's a superstar. 34-30. Thunderwolves by 4. Blair gets it across the timeline. Ball on the right side to Sanders. Gives it off to Terry. Bounce pass to Allen. Allen left side to Blair. Blair moves in. Down the lane. It's the ball spiked away by Romack. Here come the Orediggers. Minter with it. Ball deflected away into the corner. It'll belong to the Orediggers. Last touch by the Thunderwolves. Good defense there by Mac Terry. Reel and Kennis into the game. Sanders and Howery come out for the pack.
Hey, triple! Be ready for triple!
Orediggers.
Ball!
They finally get it in. Boy, that was troublesome. Here's Minter out at the top of the key. Right side hands it off to Johnson. Now to Hinton. Hinton cut off. Spin move into the corner. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Jonathan Moore, their best three-point shooter. 34-33. So the Orediggers have responded with 5 in a row after falling behind by 6 out of that timeout. Here's Rio bringing it across the timeline. He's fouled, and that's going to be a bumping foul on Shelton Hinton. Third team foul on the Orediggers. And now we have a timeout on the court. 15:47 to go here in the second half. Thunderwolves lead at 34-33 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
Well, Thunderwolves perfect to start this second half from the field. 3 for 3, including a three-pointer and a couple free throws. So they were down 3, and they got the lead up to 6, but now it's just 1 as the Orediggers have responded with 5 in a row. Here's Terry. Man, that was an attack job. The fans, you can hear him wondering how that was not a foul call. Here's a pull-up jumper on the way. It's good by Jordan Blair. Blair was 6. They're letting them play. That's what they're doing. Here's Minter at the center circle on the right side to Johnson. Johnson holds it there. Goes to the high post to Moore. Moore turns, bounce pass down on the block to Minter. Spins into a double team, gets rid of it outside into the corner to Johnson. He drives in, he's cut off. Oh, almost traveled there, got rid of it to Hinton. 4 on the shot clock. He forces it up, missed it, and the rebound to Kinnis. Good defense there by the Thunderwolves. Here's Kennis on the left wing. And bad play, but the Thunderwolves able to come up with it. Terry onto the right side into the corner to Blair. Now to Kennis. Kennis, stop and go move. 8 on the shot clock. Kennis going to get all the way downhill, running left-hander, missed it, but Allen with the follow. The defense had to come over and help out, and that allowed Allen a clear path to the basket. 38-33. Give credit there to Kennis. Here's a three-pointer on the wing. It's good. Good answer by the Orediggers. It's 38-36. Thunderwolves by 2. Kennis dribbles around a screen. Onto the right wing. Up top to Terry. Now to Blair. Blair looks for a pick. Goes left side. Reel for 3. It's up and missed it. And the rebound on the baseline picked up by the Orediggers. Ahead to Johnson. Johnson on the left wing. Hands the ball off to Moore. Moore on the right side. Hands it off to Minter. Minter to Moore. He's open on the baseline, but he dribbles right into a double team. Then he's fouled.
That's on 23.
Foul called on Jordan Blair. That's foul number 2 on Jordan. Garver and Sanders back in the game for the Thunderwolves. Blair comes out along with Reel.
Nice. Hey.
Ball inbounded into the corner. Back pass to Lamb. They work the ball around the perimeter. Here's Jacob at the top of the key. Into the corner. Ball deflected. It's loose. And Kennis tried to save it, but he stepped on the sideline.
He was
So the Ordigger ball.
He was pushed.
Ball inbounded to Jacob. Jacob at the center circle. Moves in a little bit. Right side to Lamb. Hand it off to Lehman. Baseline defeated on the left side. Jacob can't get the shot off. He's cut off. Gets rid of it to Cordonier. Down on the block. Turning. Facing. Can't get the shot off. Shot clock violation on the Orediggers. Horacek ended up with it, but the freshman out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, nowhere to go. So good defense by the Thunderwolves. They lead it by 2. 38-36. 13-15 to go here in the second half. McTerry gets it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. On the right side to Sanders. Sanders left side now to Kennis. Kennis to Allen. Allen holds it there. Hands it off to Sanders. Sanders pulls up, free throw line jumper. Nobody got a foul. Foul called on Cordonier. So it'll be 2 free throws for Dylan Sanders. Free throw good. Change the foul call. It's on Lehman, not Cordonier. Both free throws good for Sanders. That's his first points of the game. Been tough to get any separation out there. 40-36. Thunderwolves by 4. They able to get it across the timeline just in time. Ball on the left side. Here's Jacob. Lob it up top to Lamb. Right side to Lehman. Lehman gets rid of it. With the ball left side. They're going to lob it down to the baseline. Here comes the double team. That's a travel. No call. Hook shot no good. It works out. Kennis gets the rebound. Kennis across the timeline. Top of the key. Goes up top to Sanders. Sanders. Left side to Howry, who's back in the game. Now to Garver, top of the key, works around the screen. Garver up top to Kennis. He's going to launch a downtown 3. It's good. Jaden Kennis gives the Thunderwolves their biggest lead of the game. They lead at 43-36. 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Ball up top. Onto the left side. Cordonier with it. Moves in, played pick and roll down the lane. Layup, no, but a foul on Sam Howery. Timeout on the court. 11:49 to go here in the second half. Thunderwolves have opened up their biggest lead. They lead at 43-36. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. It's good play there by Kyron Allen, getting to the free throw line. First toss is up and good. That puts Kyron at the 50% mark on the year. 19 of 38. Can he go over 500? No, he can't. Away it goes. 44-37. Thunderwolves by 7. 11:20 to go. Here's Romack. Starts a drive into the paint. Gets downhill. Missed the layup. Got the follow, though. (44-39). Thunderwolves by 5. Here's Howery on the left side to Sanders. Sanders works around a screen. Goes outside. Kinnischtzke for 3. It's on the way. Got another one. Jaden Kinnischtzke from downtown has 14. 2 straight threes for him in this half. 47-39. Thunderwolves by 8. Down on the block. Spin move. They feed it cross court. Left side up top. Keep it hot. Here's Moore driving into the paint. He's cut off. Fakes, goes up and under, and good on a foul. It'll count. Moore stayed with it there. Eventually got it to the cup and drew the foul, and he'll have a chance for the three-point play. Foul called on Kinnischtzke, his second. So Moore to the line. He's a good free throw shooter. 88% on the year. 53 of 60. It's good. He has 13. 47-42. So the Thunderwolves lead is 5 with 10:35 to go here in the second half. Ball inbounded to Blair. Blair looking to avoid the double team. Gets rid of it. Ahead to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke moves in and tried to go cross court to Sanders, who was open, but good hustling defense there. Getting his hand in the passing lane. Shelton Hinton, he probably saved a 3. Ball inbounded to Terry. Terry gives it off to Sanders. Sanders drives in the paint, down the lane, splits the defense and drew the foul. And Dillon will go to the line to shoot a pair. Well, the outside shot has not been there in this game for Dillon. It's not that he's missing them. He just isn't getting any looks. But now he realizes that. He's getting downhill like he's been doing this second half of the season. He'll shoot a pair here. It's foul number 4 on Jonathan Moore. That's a huge call against the Orediggers. Free throw up and good. Moore might be their most dangerous weapon today offensively. He's hit a couple of threes. Also has a three-point play driving the ball to the hoop. So that'll leave it up to Romack probably to take over offensively now for the Orediggers. One more for Sanders. On the way, got it. 49-42, Thunderwolves by 7. Here's Minter with it across the timeline. Goes to the top of the key. Here goes Romack. Goes left side. Shot blocked, foul on the Thunderwolves. They got all ball up top, but they were a little too aggressive with the body there. And the foul called on Kinnischtzke. That's his 3rd. So same situation here with the free throw shooter Derek Lamb. 4 for 13 now on the update, but then he splashes that one home. You see one go in, sometimes that can get your confidence back. Thing I worry about, though, he's so bad that he might miss one here. You got to get a rebound. On the way, and he missed it, and they do get the rebound. Kinnischtzke was alert and got it. Oh, bad pass by Kinnischtzke, turns it over. Back the other way, and the shot in the lane is up and good by Minter. That was a gift bucket by the Thunderwolves to the Orediggers. 49-45. And the ball inbounded to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke gets it ahead to Sanders. Sanders lobs it ahead to Terry, now to Blair, and Blair across the timeline. Give it off to Terry. They got a 2-on-1. Here's an alley-oop. Oh, he just threw it up and in. I thought Terry was trying to throw an alley-oop, but the ball went in the basket. I'm not sure he meant to do that. 51-45. That was kind of funky. He'll take it. He does have that teardrop in his arsenal, but I thought he was trying to throw the alley-oop to Allen. Either way you slice it, it's points for the Thunderbolts. Here's Romack. Spin move. Here comes the double team. Gets rid of it. Oh, man, that's an illegal screen set by the Orediggers as Lamb just threw a body block into Jordan Blair, and the official on the baseline caught it. That was a block that Bob Stitt would be proud of, the old blind. But that's illegal in football, too, blindside block. Hitting a defenseless player. Ball inbounded to Reel. Gets rid of it. To Terry ahead. Now to Sanders. Sanders down the lane. Fakes. Gets rid of it. Blair fakes. He drives into the paint outside. Sanders fakes. Steps back. Fires a three-pointer. It's good. Sanders very patient there. Waited for the defense to clear. And the lead is 9 for the Thunderwolves. Here's Johnson. Top of the key. Goes right side to Hinton. Into the corner to Romack. Almost lost it. Now he drives into the paint. Jump stop. Good spin move. And he lays it in. Romack, he's a stud. He's got 10. 54-47. He probably senses it right now. The Orediggers really need his presence here. Here's Terry getting it across the timeline to Blair. 8:20 to go here in the second half. Thunderwolves lead at 54-47. Bryce Reel with it. Hands it off to Terry. Steps back. Comes right side to Blair. Blair looks for a screen. Steps back. He'll fire a three. It's up off the iron. No good. Probably a forced shot there. And the rebound to Minter. Zach Rubinson not happy with that shot selection. Handing off to Minter. Minter holding it. And a foul away from the ball. And that's going to be a foul on Jordan Blair. And that'll be Jordan's third foul. 16 foul on the Thunderwolves. Timeout on the court. Our last scheduled timeout of the ball game for us on the radio. Thunderwolves lead at 54-47 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
We're ready for the stretch drive here. 7:54 to go. Thunderwolves with a 7-point lead. Johnson up top. Jacob. Right side to Lamb. Bounce pass underneath the basket. Trying to get some separation. It isn't there. Outside to Johnson. Up top. Onto the baseline. Romack. Spin move. Fakes. Forces. Missed as the shot clock expires. Reel with the rebound. Reel forces it across the timeline. Ahead to Garver. Into the corner to Terry. Back to Garver. And now the Thunderwolves will reset. Good patience right there. Don't force it. Here's Kinnischtzke. Outside to Terry. Terry will drive into the paint. Steps back, doesn't fire. Hands it off to Reel. Reel curls around the screen. Outside to Kinnischtzke. Shot clock at 10. Kinnischtzke steps back. Goes underneath and laid in. What a pass. Kyron Allen lays it in. What a delivery by Kinnischtzke. 56-47. That was gorgeous basketball right there by the Pack. Here's a drive into the paint. Can't get the shot off. Outside to Johnson. Johnson covered up. Left side, they go down on the block to Romack. Here comes the help defense. Fakes, goes up, shot block, foul. Foul on Corbin Garver. He got him. Much to the chagrin of Zach Rubinson, but that looked like a pretty good call there. And Romack, surprisingly enough, not a very good free throw shooter. Only 68%. Gets there a lot. More than anybody else I've seen in this conference. 157 attempts now on the year for Romack. One more for the junior out of Westfield, Indiana. It's up, and he missed that one. So 1 out of 2. And the rebound to Allen. Kinnischtzke hits the deck. He's all right, though. Terry brings it across the timeline. Thunderwolves can get the lead here up to double figures. Here's Kinnischtzke. Into the lane to Allen. He's cut off. Gets rid of it to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke holds. Goes to Reel. He's open. Three-pointer on the way. Missed it. And the rebound, Allen lost it. And then Allen commits the foul, and that will be the bonus. You know, not been Bryce Reel's day. The defense is so tight on him. He's trying to force up a shot when he gets a little bit of space. And now a chance for the Orediggers to cut the lead to 6 here with the clock stopped with 6:23 to go. What do we got going on here? Oh, they got to wipe the ball off. I thought maybe Kenneth Wilson had to go get a drink or something. He's back in. And now they are going to let Jordan Blair in and Corbin Garver out for the Pack. So we'll see how this affects Shelton Hinton here at the free throw line. 81%, usually very reliable, but you hate that little bit of delay. Kind of takes away your mojo. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and good. He rattled it in. (56-49). Thunderwolves by 7. One more for the freshman out of Bellevue, Washington. Swish. Hinton with 8. 56-50. Thunderwolves looking to keep the Orediggers at bay here. Reel across the timeline. Hands it off to Terry. Defensive intensity trying to pick up here by the Orediggers. You can sense they need a stop here. On the left side to Blair. Blair pulls up at the free throw line, goes up and under, didn't get the call, but he flipped it in anyway. Jordan was trying to draw contact. There he has 8. 58-50. Zach Rubisam irate. He wanted a call there and an N1 opportunity. Probably was right. Into the corner. Romack for a rare 3. That's way off the mark. Rebound to Kennis. That's not Romack's game. He's only hit 3 3-pointers all year long, but he probably felt that was the time to try one, and he missed. Here is Reel outside. Gets rid of it to Kennis. Kennis in a wrestling match outside. Here's Allen now to Blair. That's where the Thunderwolves want it. Blair now trying to get downhill. Stop and go move. Gets to the cup and lays it in. What a move by Jordan Blair on the stop and go. 60-50. Thunderwolves by 10. Here's Minter. Dribbles around the screen. Plays pick and roll with Moore, and he threw it away. Timeout, Orediggers. They need one. They're in self-destruct mode here. 5:18 to go. And the Thunderwolves lead it by 10. We'll keep it right here because we're out of spots. So we'll go ahead and thank some of our other sponsors here. DBAT, Pueblo's premier indoor baseball and softball academy. It's over there in the old Walmart shopping center. They've made a great facility over there. Memberships available at $38 a month. Of course, Christy Koshke and Mike Corrin James involved along with the founder, Dion Ariano. Indoor climate control facility lets you work out regardless of weather. 2 machine cages, 8 open cages to get this. They use real baseballs and softballs. None of that plastic garbage. Subscribe to the Howler. You go to the Colorado Collegiate Chronicle. That's bficcc.com. Little button at the top says click here. Well, do that. Enter your name and your email address. It gives you the weekly newsletter, courtesy of Beefish Incorporated, also known as Tim Simmons. Tim Simmons is down somewhere sunny. I think he's down in Florida this week. A watch party today. I don't know if they've turned down the audio and listening to me call the game while they're watching the video of the game. Not sure if they're that high tech. Ball inbounded to Blair. Here comes the double team. Blair dribbles out of it. Gets rid of it to Terry. Got to get the ball ahead here. And now Blair gets it across the timeline with a couple seconds to spare. Now the Thunderwolves look to run a good set here. Hand it off to Kennis. Now to Sanders. To Allen. Now to Blair. Blair gets into the paint. Spin move. Oh, he threw it away, and that leads to a breakout the other way. Jacob gets rid of it. Outside Moore. Feeds it off to Minter. Faking the three-pointer. Here's Hinton down the lane. Ball stripped away, but it comes right to Romack, and he lays it in. Romack with 13. 60-52. Thunderwolves by 8. Here's Blair. Gets it across the timeline. Here's Terry with it. Terry moves in on the right wing. Goes up top to Kennis. Shot clock at 8. Kennis works around a screen. Hands it off to Terry. Three-pointer on the way. Missed it. Long rebound. And coming out of there with it is Romack. Hand it off to Minter. Minter across the timeline. 4 minutes to go here. Orediggers looking to make a late run. They're within 8. Here's Jacob. Gives it up to Romack into the corner. Three-pointer by Moore is up and in and out. No good. Heartbreak City there. How did that stay out? Boy, that's a big miss for the Thunderwolves' cause. And Terry gets it across the timeline. Well, you can feel the oxygen leave the building here after that one spun out. Here's Blair just holding it. Now they're clearing it out. 10 on the shot clock. Blair going to go one-on-one, and he carried the ball. Timeout on the court. And I'm listening to Zach Rubisam having a point with the official here. So timeout on the court. They called Blair for Palm. He did. He carried it. But Zach Rubisam's point is you're ignoring them. They travel so often. Let them get away with bending the rules. And then you call our guy for carrying it. That's the point he's trying to make. Two wrongs don't make it right, I guess. I'd say call the travel on the Ordigers is what you should do. So the Thunder will squander 2 consecutive possessions here. Now you see how damaging that missed 3 was. If Moore hits that 3, it's a 5-point game and they have the ball. Now instead they're down 8 with 3:22 to go. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Baskin-Robbins. 2 locations, one on Prairie, one out in Pueblo West right off the Purcell. They got a drive-through at each location. Treat yourself today to a double scoop. Get yourself a cone or a cup. Either way it works. I always go with baseball nut and chocolate chip. Elmwood Junior Golf Program. Greg Dillon getting ready to fire that baby up again. There at Elmwood. Go in there and drop some charity dollars to the Elmwood Junior Golf Program. Say you're doing it for the Thunderwolves. Future Thunderwolves. All right, here come the Ordigers. They need a hoop here. Minter, top of the key on the right wing. Holds it. Lobs it cross court, left side to Hinton. Drives into the corner. He's cut off there. They're trying to get it to Romack. They can't find him, though. Outside, they swing it right side to Moore. They either want a three-pointer from Moore or a bucket from Romack underneath. Ball knocked away, and Blair has the steal. He's down the lane. Euro step. Shot blocked at the summit. They don't call goaltending. I can't believe it. The ball was off the glass. No call. Ball left side to Reel. I mean, what are we looking at out here? Here's Reel. Up top to Kinnischtzke. Kinnischtzke moves in. He's bumped on his way to the cup. Shot up and good. It should be continuation. That's the gather rule, I thought now. Kenny, come on. They are over the limit. It'll be the 1-and-1 for Jaden Kinnischtzke. We've seen that all year. They went back old school on us. The new school is the gather and get to the basket, but they don't allow it this time. So Kinnischtzke now has to hit these free throws. That's all there is to it. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up, and he missed it. And Allen gets the rebound, and he's fouled. What a hustling rebound by Kyron Allen. And now Kyron will go to the free throw line to shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. Well, the thing Zach Rubisam's, and I'd argue it too, the new liberal interpretation is they're allowing the gather and go up with the basket. So that should have been an end one for Kinnischtzke. Instead, Kenneth Wilson said nope, he went back the way they used to call it. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and no good. So the Thunderwolves wasting away opportunities there. They're just going to have to bear down on defense here with 2.5 to go. They lead it still by 8, but they've left the door open here by that last trip. Step back 3 on the way. It's good. Boy, you leave the door open and sometimes squirrely things happen. Hinton has 11. It's 60-55. Ball outside. Kinnischtzke with it. Hands it off to Terry. Terry at the center circle. 2:05 to go here. 60-55. Thunderwolves by 5. Blair with it. Timeout taken by the Thunderwolves with 14 to go on the shot clock. 2:02 to go in the ball game. So again, we'll keep it here and thank some of our other sponsors. Well, we mentioned the Elmwood Junior Golf Program. Might as well mention Randall Breger in his final year at the helm at Elmwood. Get out and see him today. Buy a sleeve of balls. Do something. Say, you know what? I want to get a dozen. Get a dozen golf balls and say, you know what? This is for sponsoring Thunderwolves Athletics. I want to help your cause. Weather going to get good again here. It's going to be about 70 degrees on Tuesday. Good chance to get out there to Elmwood and play 18. I know their tournament schedule is pretty well booked, but if you got one and you want to try it, go ahead and ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. All right, Thunderwolves need a hoop here with 14 on the shot clock, 2:02 to go in the game. They lead it by 5, but they've kind of left the door open here a little bit by that last exchange where they missed the free throws. Blair gets it across the timeline. Shot clock at 8. Blair moving in, gets rid of it to Reel. Reel steps back, fires a 3 from the top. He's got it! Bryce Reel from downtown, his first 3 of the game, and the Thunderwolves lead it by 8. What a basket by Bryce Reel. Here's Minter. Hands it off now to Romack. Giving it off to Hinton. Hinton covered up by Allen on the switch. They got a mismatch somewhere. Here's a three-pointer. It's up and good by Hinton. Cold-blooded there. 63-58. It's not over yet. Here's Reel. Gets it across the timeline. 1:20 to go. Thunderwolves lead it by 5. Here's Blair with it out around the timeline. Shot clock at 13. Blair picked up by Romack. Here comes the screen. Blair goes to work, hands it off to Kennis. Kennis gets downhill to the cup. No good, but he was fouled. Kennis put a little bit too much English on that one. He was trying to spin it in on the finger roll, and it spun out. So 2 free throws with 1:04 to go here. Kennis just missed the front end of the 1-and-1 moments ago. Normally pretty reliable, 81% on the year. Free throws up, and he got that one. Kennis with 15. This to make it a 3-possession game. This is a huge free throw right here. It's up. It's good. 65-58. Allen out. They check Sanders in. That's Ruben Sanders. You just want to check somebody and just slow the pace down a little bit here. Get a regather. Take a deep breath. Mines has to hurry. Minute to go. Here's Minter. Minter has the ball poked free, but he's able to chase it down at the timeline. Precious time comes off the clock, though. They go to Hinton. Forces a 3. Got another one. Hinton unconscious. 3 straight threes. He keeps it a ball game. It's 65-61. Trouble on the inbounds. They run the baseline. They get it into Reel. Reel in the backcourt. Here comes the trap. Bryce got to get rid of it. Jumps it ahead. Sanders with a good catch. Now right side to Kennis. Kennis will hold it. 20 on the shot clock. Mines, they got a foul, and they do. And the foul on Minter. So now Bryce, or excuse me, it's going to be Jaden Kennis to the line to shoot 2. We're in the double bonus. But as red hot as Hinton is all of a sudden, 3 straight threes for the Ordigers. You got to hit every free throw you got here. Free throw up and good. Jaden was 17. 66-61. Thunderwolves by 5. One more for the junior out of Windsor, Colorado. Big deep breath. On the way. Got it. Jaden Kennis with 2 free throws in the pressure cooker. 67-61. Somebody guard number 11, please. He's got the ball. He's on the right wing. He's trying to get some separation. Spin move, goes up, missed it. Tap try, no good. Romack went over the back, but Blair able to rip the rebound away from him. He's in the forecourt. Who's tougher? Who's tougher than the Thunderwolves? Foul on the Ordigers. What a play by Blair as he ripped the rebound away from Alex Romack, and he gets fouled in the forecourt. Now Blair to shoot a pair. Free throws up, and it's good. Blair with 11. Missed it. And the rebound to Minter. It's a 7-point game. Orediggers have to rush it up. 15 seconds to go. Here's Minter down the lane. Euro step. Ball knocked away and stolen by the Thunderwolves. Terry got the steal into the hands of Kinnischtzke. Foul in the backcourt. Thunderwolves are going to walk into Lockridge Arena and knock off their old nemesis, the Mines Orediggers. It had been since way back in, 2018 since they defeated them, and now they've defeated them twice in the same year. Kinnischtzke's free throw up and good. Second toss. It's good. Kinnischtzke with 20. 70-61. Romack spin move into the paint, goes up and under and lays it in. And the ball inbounded, and that will do it. The Thunderbolts win at 70. Look at Pryor Orser. Nothing but appreciation for Zach Rubisam, saying, man, that was quite an effort, dude. All you could do is smile and tip your cap to the young Zach Rubisam. Pryor Orser, one of the great Hall of Fame coaches there ever was. All he has is appreciation for that effort from the Pack. Thunderwolves win it. Stay tuned. Cornerstone Roofing postgame show is next. Thunderwolves win it 70-63 on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Lockridge Arena. Thunderwolves win it. Oh, my God. I'm kind of emotional. First time since 1985-86, Ben Greenberg tells me that the Thunderwolves have swept Mines in the same season. That's how monumental a victory, how monumental a season this has been right now for the Thunderwolves. This is part of the Cornerstone Roofing postgame show. Thunderwolves win it 70-63. We're going to talk to Jaden Kinnischtzke here in a little bit. He'll be our Chick-fil-A star of the game, as well as Zach Rubisam. That'll all come your way here in a little bit. Get another time out of the way. We'll come back. More of our postgame show comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
And welcome back to Lockridge Arena. And let's go ahead and turn this down while we get this on you there, Jaden. Who is tougher than Jaden Kinnischtzke? Who's tougher than the Thunderwolves? No one. That's what I say. Jaden, what a ball game. That had to be fun. Is that fun out there playing in that, battling against that guy?
It was a lot of fun, yeah. Yeah, super physical. It was a fun game.
When you live for moments like that, just to be able to game like that, you come up with 20 points. And, you missed that one free throw, but then you hit 6 in the pressure cooker down the stretch. And that was just the way your ball club did it. At halftime, you're down, but you guys came out much the same way you did against Metro the other night, able to – the defense leads to offense for you guys. You're able to make a few stops, and then all of a sudden things start clicking.
Yeah, I think the thing for us was get them off the offensive glass because, we were playing pretty good defense in the first half. We just couldn't finish the possession with a rebound. So,
well, you seem to be determined in the second half. When the three-point shots aren't falling, this team has 3 or 4 players that know how to get into the lane, and you kind of lead the way, you and Jordan Blair. But that's what you got to do on a night like this when they're really grabbing, and it's a lot of clutching and grabbing, it seemed like out there, and then you're able to get by them and get to the cup.
Yeah, and coach was on them about, those calls because they missed a lot in the first half. So, just attack the basket, get downhill, get those calls in the second half. So
I think it's what you do. You kind of earn the officials' respect. Huh?
Right.
In the first half, when, they're going to let a lot of stuff go, and you notice in the second half it started to get the intensity started ratcheting up. But when you get into the paint on guys, you leave them no choice but to have to call. You earn their respect, so you know what, you're going to get that whistle.
Yeah.
Plus, it helps you had a couple 3-pointers. That kind of loosened them up. You had a couple threes to start off the half and then able to get your drives going.
Yeah, that felt good. I heard, they were playing me as a driver. I haven't been shooting the ball very well recently, so, they were kind of sagging off a little bit. I was able to get some good looks. So.
Is that something you're able to sense in the ball game that, the scouting report says I can't shoot, I'm going to pop a couple in on them?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then it gives me the confidence. I'm like, okay, I got to prove them wrong, So.
Well, I think you have to have that ability in a game to sense that. You know what? Forget everything else that's happened, I'm going to hit the next shot. Isn't that
Right.
kind of a shooter's mentality?
Yeah, exactly. You just got to go on next play, make the shot.
Well, this week, I mean, it was kind of a magical week. You go into, Metro, your old stomping grounds, win that ball game, and come in into Mines where it's been a nemesis winning in this place. Thunderwolves haven't swept Mines since 1986 in a season. What a crazy stat that is, but to come in here and win it against a great outfit. Now, I mean, the sky's the limit for this ball club. I mean, all season long you think, hey, just hold our position, let's get in the playoffs. Now, all of a sudden, let's get a home game.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, why don't we just win this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I putting the cart ahead of the horse a little bit? But, that's the way you got to be thinking, isn't it?
Every game, you just think about the next game, how can we get a win? And that's our mentality right now. So.
Well, you got a lot of different guys doing it, pulling together. Even a guy like Bryce Reel, the young freshman, unable
Big
to get
shot.
anything to go, and then he hits maybe one of the biggest shots of the game out there.
That was a huge shot. That was big time. And I don't know what he's got in him. He's just always able to hit those big shots down the stretch. So that's huge.
Well, now you've got every game. When you win a game, it makes the next game that much more important. Now you've got a showdown Thursday against Fort Lewis. You get a day, though, to kind of gather, take a deep breath, private off day, or maybe shoot around a little bit, then go to work against Fort Lewis coming into Massari Arena on Thursday. I'm sure you're expecting a big crowd. Looking forward to that big matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. It's going to be a really exciting game. First time we're playing them this season, so we're just going to be us going there.
All right.
To get a win.
All right, it's a brand new Chick-fil-A postgame show. We need to know what you're going to go with. Are you going to change it up at all? We're going to try different. What are we going to go with?
12 count nuggets.
Okay.
Yep.
Fried or grilled?
Fried.
Fried. I got to go fried.
Yeah, exactly.
Dessert? Yep. Any dessert? You're not a dessert guy.
Nah, not a huge sweet.
Well, get a drink then. Get a nice ice cold lemonade. How's that sound?
That sounds about right.
Thanks. Say hi to everybody. There he is.
What's up, guys?
Jaden Kinnischtzke, our Chick-fil-A star of the game. He earned it tonight. He'll go off in the night. We're looking for Zach Rubisam. We'll see if he's going to. There he is. He's down the way. He's coming in. Thanks, Jaden. Good job, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Here he comes. The man of the hour, Zach Rubisam, winning coach for the Thunderwolves here against the Orediggers. Zach, I'm going to go cut to the chase here. At the end of the ball game, you're walking down, and I think you got the ultimate respect. And Prior Orser just looking, all he could do was just say, you know what? That's a hell of an effort your ball club just put forward. I mean, he had genuine appreciation, I think, for you.
Yeah, no doubt. And it was kind of cool for him to be in the league 25 years and be in my first season. I got recruited a little bit by Mines coming out of high school. Didn't want to be an engineer, so those phone calls stopped quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Prior, on the second time he called me, he said, you want to be an engineer? I'm like, no. He said, you probably should go somewhere else, but I think it's worked out. But for him to respect me enough to stop me and, talk to me like that means a lot to me in my first year. And I think it should mean a lot to our guys that he has that respect for us. Cause,
he's a class act.
I'm just the face of it, Jim. It's not about me. It's not about Coach Ranson, although he does a heck of a job. It's about these guys and the togetherness that we've built, the toughness that they have. And what I'm most proud of is the shifting of the basketball culture at CSU-Pueblo. It's not an easy thing to do.
Right.
And, we want to create legacies at CSU-Pueblo, and these guys are starting to do it.
Well, it's kind of when the guys see it, and they'll say, you know what, I want to go there. I want to play. I want to have that kind of enthusiasm. But let's talk about the second half. At halftime, you're down 3. Very similar game, perhaps, to Thursday night against Metro. Similar to a number of games maybe this year. But in the second half, you guys seem to be able to flip the switch, and I think it all starts defensively. You just keep other teams guard for a half. It seems like you guys keep guarding, and then eventually you find a little weakness and you pop it home.
Yeah, I mean, that's the challenge in college basketball, right? Can you do it for 40 minutes? When you have a team that does it for 40 minutes, those are the kind of results you get. But the numbers, don't tell the story in the second half because they ended up shooting 57%. But, I mean, we'll take it because we got critical stops when we needed. Minus number 11 just hitting 3 unbelievable threes.
Right.
That game may look a little bit different. But the toughness, and, I think I need to say this too. I challenged them at halftime more than I've ever challenged them before. I won't use the verbiage I used at halftime, but, I thought Mines in the first half was the more physical, tougher team. And that's what we pride ourselves on. So it's like, guys, are you going to let them punk you in their own building? And I was like, if we're not going to win this game, we're sure as heck going to win the fight. And when you win the fight, it's a lot of times it comes out to you win the game.
Yeah, good things happen there down the stretch. Even when they made that run, into those 3 straight threes to get it within 5, you can think, oh, man, might be getting away. But, this team has the ability just to, say, hold off and get tough. And you have a number of guys able to handle the pressure of handling the basketball. I think that's the biggest thing, is being able to handle the press and be able to get it into the forecourt and then go to work and then be aggressive.
Yeah, no doubt. Jaden Kennis handling it, Mac Terry, Bryce Reel, Dylan Sanders at times, Jordan Blair starting him at half court and then him coming to get it, and then him having the confidence now and his ball handling ability to send guys away. But, Jaden Kennis, oh my gosh, I didn't know what he had. 20 points, 2 of 3 from 3, 6 of 10, 6 of 7 from line. That is an unbelievable stat line, and he is the heartbeat of our toughness, and it's great he's playing so well for us right now.
But it might overshadow really the effort. I thought the glue guy in the game was Mac Terry. We didn't bring him out here to talk to him, but maybe we probably should have. But I tell you what, he had a couple of big threes in this game, but he's the guy that you've got him in a role where you didn't know he could handle it at the start of the year. That was the whole verbiage around the team. Well, who do we got to handle the ball? Well, you know what? He does a pretty good job handling that basketball.
Yeah, he played 32 minutes, 1 assist, 1 turnover. He doesn't jump off the page. When he's making shots, he's so much tougher. But I'm like, I don't care about your shot making.
Yeah, that's
Keep
a bonus.
Doing everything you're doing.
Right.
But to be second in the country in assist to turnover ratio is huge. And then, I also got to shout out Kyron Allen because, Ty Adam is coming off an ankle, gave us everything he had 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Played like 12 minutes. He tried it, give it a go. Ty's tough, gave it a go, gave us everything he had. But for Kyron to play 37 minutes and to just be Mr. Solid, guard their best player, we're greening, that talks about the heart and the toughness of that kid. So, Jim, I'm a broken record. I love our team. I love our fight.
You should love them. I love them.
I love
the way they play.
I love coaching them. I love that it's February and they love being in the gym. It's a special deal right now.
Well, you can go up and down the lineup, even guys that just give you a few minutes. Corbin Garver, people don't understand. You got to get. It takes a while to get back on the leg, but he gives you everything you want out there. And then Bryce Reel, the 3-pointer, he can't get open the whole game, but he finally gets open. He might have hit one of the. It could be the biggest shot of the game.
Biggest shot, maybe the toughest shot that was hit all game, besides number 11. But quickly about Corbin, I'm proud of him because he's selfless right now. Right. It was a struggle for him early. He's playing better, but I don't know. How many we've won or whatever, but he's selfless because it's not about me. It's about our guys. It's about our team. And what do I need to do to help them win? And then that was the ultimate of respect for Bryce Reel, how tough they made it on him tonight. And, Bryce has had an unbelievable freshman of the year. I think should be the freshman of the year in the league.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to start a campaign for that. But, Bryce, welcome to your life the next 3 years because everyone is going to be trying to take away threes from you.
Yeah, they're going to be after you. And then we'll finish off talking about Dylan Sanders. Here's a guy who couldn't get a shot off in this game because the defense is so relentless. But, you finally preach it, drive, and he drives, gets a couple free throws, and eventually hits a 3.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. But like you said, everybody's kind of selfless right now.
Selfless. Dylan Sanders is growth for him because when we got him, he was a jump shooter.
Right.
He's a jump shooter.
That's all I do. Yeah.
I shoot jumpers. Well, now you're driving it, and that helps you get jumpers.
And you're guarding.
And you're guarding. And
exactly.
he guarded. And that's why we recruited him, because the way we switch on the perimeter, we thought he could be an elite defender. And he's proven that. He made, number 11's life tough for most of the game tonight.
Yeah. All right, now you get a little day off tomorrow, maybe shoot around late in the afternoon. But now it's like I told Jaden, I go, each win makes the next game that much more important. Now you got Fort Lewis coming in on a Thursday night, which Masari Arena should be rocking. Yeah. Get every squad out there, football. I don't care who it is.
No,
just
we need everybody.
Bring a friend. As John Riss says, find a friend, bring a friend night to Masari Arena, enjoy some action. It should be a great atmosphere against Fort Lewis for a game that, as the way things are turning out, it could be even more huge than we could even make it.
And we don't have any control over how it's turning out. We're just gonna we're gonna play Fort Lewis either way. So if it's a good game, great. If it was, we weren't having the season we wanted to, we're still gonna play Fort Lewis. Yeah. But I think you hit the nail on the head, and we need to clip this and put it out all over social media. We need everybody in the athletics. We need all of our students. If you're a CSU Pueblo student, we need you. If you're a student athlete, we need you in the gym. We need all of Pueblo in the gym. We need the high school teams in the gym. Anybody in the Pueblo area on Thursday night, we need you in the gym against Fort Lewis.
It's contagious, buddy.
Appreciate
There he
you,
is,
man.
Zach Rubin-Sam, your head coach of the Thunderbolts. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head down to the court and join the voice of your pack, Jim Brooks.
And welcome back to Lockridge Arena. Thunderbolts win it 70-63. Let's give you a brief wrap-up of this ball game. It was back and forth early on the game. Each team exchanging punches. Mine's able to get out to a 4-point lead. Thunderbolts then got the lead, but by halftime it was 28-25 Diggers. But the Thunderbolts started off the second half. They meant business. They scored the first 9 points of the second half, led at 34-28. Mines responded, though, with 5 in a row out of the timeout. Thunderbolts quickly got the lead back up to 5. Pushed the lead to 7 at 43-36. Pushed the lead to 8 at 47-39. Got the lead to 9 at 54-45. And then the Diggers started to go to work. They got back within 6 at 56-50. Thunderbolts then responded with 4 in a row, led at 60-50. Mines then with 5 straight. Cut it to 5 at 60-55. Then it was Bryce Reel hit a 3-pointer to put the Thunderbolts up 63-55. Got them a little bit of separation, but Mines responded right back. They got a 3-pointer to draw within 5 at 63-58. A couple free throws by the Thunderbolts made it 65-58. Another 3-pointer for the Diggers is Shelton Hinton on fire. Ended up 5 of 6 from downtown in the game. Drew him within 4. Then the Thunderbolts went to the free throw line as Kinnischtzke hit 4 in a row. And then Sanders finished it off with a couple. And the Thunderbolts win it 70-63. Here are the numbers in the ball game. Kinnischtzke ends up being the leading scorer, finishes with 26 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Mac Terry, 13, 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown. Blair finishes with 11, all of them in the second half when the Thunderbolts needed it. Kyron Allen with 9. Dylan Sanders, 7 points, all of his in the second half. Howery with 4. Reel with 3, Garver with 3. Thunderbolts 23 of 42, that's 55%. 7 of 16 behind the arc, 44%. 17 of 22 from the free throw line, 77%. For the Diggers, 3 players in double figures. Hinton finishes with 17. We talked about his exploits from 3. Romack held to 15. I guess you'd say held to 15. He had 20-something in the first matchup this year against the Thunderbolts, 23 at Massari Arena, so I guess that is holding him. Moore finished with 13. I thought when he picked up his 4th foul, that was a huge play in the game. Kind of slowed down the Diggers' momentum. They end up 23 of 50 from the field. That's 46%. 10 of 17 from downtown. That's 59%. 7 of 11 from the free throw line, 64%. Thunderwolves out-rebounded today on a rare occasion, 27-26. Leading rebounder was Moore with 6, 4 for Lamb. For the Thunderbolts, leading rebounder Kinnischtzke had 6. Allen with 5. Howery with 4 from the point guard position. That's good rebounding. Thunderbolts with 12 assists on their 23 made baskets. 4 of those to Blair, 3 to Kinnischtzke. For them, Hinton had 5 assists. That guy is going to be a dynamite player in the future. He's already pretty good, freshman. 4 for Moore, 2 for Romack, 2 for Minter. 13 turnovers by the Diggers. Thunderbolts turned it over 10 times. Thunderbolts with 7 steals, 2 of those by Terry. 5 other players with 1 steal apiece. 2 steals each for Hinton and Minter to lead the way for the Diggers. Thunderbolts had 3 block shots, all of them by Kyron Allen. He was an enforcer in this game. 1 block shot for the Diggers. That was by Moore. Biggest lead tonight for the Thunderbolts was 10. That's when they led it at 60-50. Biggest lead for the Diggers was 4 when they led it in the first half. At that point, it was 20-16. We had 9 lead changes. The game tied on 4 different occasions. Thunderbolts led for 21 minutes. Mines led it for 11 minutes. Some other stats, even in the paint, 24 apiece. Thunderbolts 14-13 points off of turnovers. Second chance points in favor of Mines, 9-2. Fast breaks points in favor of Mines, 8-2. Bench points, though, in favor of the Thunderbolts, 26-7. More importantly, Thunderbolts win it 70-63. Ian's Pizza scoreboard. Let's give you what we have here on the men's game. Still 2 games in progress. Black Hills State leads Highlands 81-72. So the Thunderbolts don't get any help there. So their outside dream, might be the impossible dream to win the conference, might end with that win tonight for Black Hills over Highlands. There's still a pathway, but it's going to be tough. The other game in progress, Fort Lewis leads South Dakota Mines 87-60. Mesa won tonight over Western Colorado 100-90. Colorado Christian falls to Metro State 73-65. UCCS defeats Regis 85-74. Chadron State and Adams State, that's a late start. I think they had some weather issues, and they gave them a break to allow them to play a little later in that game tonight. And that concludes the men. On the women's side, Thunderbolts women just had a tough night. They lose 56-46. The other winners, Metro wins. Exco Highlands defeated Black Hills State. That kind of muddies things up. Mesa stays undefeated. They defeat Western Colorado. UCCS over Regis. Fort Lewis defeats Mines. Adams State defeats Chadron State. With the results on the women's side tonight, we have 3 teams now tied for 7th place. CSU-Pueblo, Fort Lewis, and Colorado Mines. What that means is CSU-Pueblo's got to win Thursday night. If they don't win, they're going to be out of the playoffs. So it becomes a must-win game for the Thunderwolves on Thursday night. I don't expect Mines to lose 2 on the weekend. You've got to figure they're going to get one of their games. They play Regis on Tuesday, so they're going to get the 10 wins. Thunderwolves won't have the tiebreaker against them. If they lose to Fort Lewis, they won't have the tiebreaker there. So it's must-win night for the Thunderwolves women on Thursday night. Speaking of which, that'll be our next action on Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Thursday night from Masari Arena, 5:15 with the pregame show, 5:30 for the women, 7:30 for the men. Fort Lewis is the opponent. A lot on the line. Thunderwolves could climb into 3rd place in the conference with a win on Thursday night over Fort Lewis. Outside chance they could get to 2nd, I suppose, before the year is over, but 3rd is a reasonable goal to attain right now for the Pack. Pack basketball show, we'll record that on Tuesday night at Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House. You can come out and witness that. It premieres on YouTube on Wednesdays, but if you want to go back and watch any of the back issues, just search out Pack basketball show. They'll all come up. You can watch all 8 shows we've produced so far. Show number 9 will be on Tuesday. We'll record it then, and it'll premiere on Wednesday on YouTube. Once again, the Pack basketball show. Ty McDonough will join me there. Speaking of Ty, special thanks to him. He's doing softball today. He'll be doing a little bit of softball PA tomorrow. I'll actually get a call a couple softball games tomorrow, so we'll do that. Ben Greenberg, Sports Information Director at CSU-Pueblo. It's Ben's birthday. He's got a day off tomorrow. His wife's taking him to Denver to a mystery place. We don't know where. Neither does Ben. He'll report on that on Tuesday. We'll find out all about it. We'll see where she takes you, Ben. Should be exciting. Look forward to it. Aaron Kinnischtzke has been our producer and engineer tonight of Thunderwolves basketball. Special thanks to Sam Bonder as well up here at Carter School of Mines and Tim Flynn getting us set up here courtside at Masari Arena. And, of course, Paul Plinsky, the athletic director, he was here in attendance tonight. He was happy after the game, wanted to talk about it. I said, I got to go back to work. We didn't get to finish our conversation, but it was a fun one. And always good to have Dr. Paul in the house. All right, that's going to wrap things up. My name is Jim Brooks. Special thanks to our sponsors, Ian Pizza for the Ian's Pizza scoreboard, as well as Cornerstone Roofing for sponsoring the postgame show, as well as all of our other sponsors. Should mention Walking Stick Golf Course. I think that's one I missed here tonight. Get a round of golf in at Walking Stick. It's going to be about 70 degrees on Tuesday. Go out and see Dave Lewis. Thank him for sponsoring Thunderwolves Athletics. He's an old Thunderwolf himself. He was my old teammate back in the early 80s. All right, that's going to do it. For Ben Greenberg, for Aaron Kinnischtzke, my name is Jim Brooks, reminding you the Thunderwolves win it here this afternoon against Mines, 70-63. Till we talk to you Thursday, Jim Brooks bidding you good night from Lockridge Arena in Golden, Colorado.